They basically have fallen in line behind the chair, which could be because the chairs have gotten very persuasive, or it could be because they are valuing the idea of consensus even more.
Yeah.
So two might send a signal, or it might not. We don't really know. Just remember, we have gotten lots of Fed presidents' dissents.
Like the BOE, is there anybody saying, wait, we may have to raise rates?
Nobody is at that point yet. Even Jay Powell has conceded in the past that if inflation were to rise significantly, they might have to do that. But he has emphasized, as have his colleagues, that that is not on anyone's planning list right now.
Michael, as you think about the data that we've seen over the last several weeks, or maybe since the last meeting, if you're the Fed, how do you interpret that data, do you think?
Well, it's hard to interpret in a sense because it's A, old, and B, because the tariffs policies have changed so much on a regular basis that it's really hard to see exactly what impact we are going to have. That's why Fed officials have basically changed their operation from looking at past data to talking with CEOs and others about what they are going to do going forward. And you might have noticed in the in earnings reports that we have been getting so far, more and more are talking about the idea of raising prices, at least partially, to cover tariffs. So once we have a little more detail, and the president just saying a few minutes ago, August 1st is the hard and fast deadline,
right,
then you can start modeling what might come in the future. But that's 2 days away after the Fed decision.
Mike, Fed animals are known for their debate, where Goolsbee will disagree with somebody, a Bullard or whoever. What's been the response to a more outspoken Governor Waller?
There hasn't been a whole lot of response. Governor Waller is well thought of. He is a strong academic economist who has been doing this for a long time. His ideas get a fair airing and are certainly discussed like everyone else's, and he may lead the way in some areas. But it doesn't mean that people are going to blindly follow him. And we haven't seen anyone yet, not even McKee Bowman, who has totally embraced his argument that the economy is slowing down. Her argument has been that if inflation remains behaved, then we could lower rates, while he's looking at the labor market and saying things are deteriorating and we should get ahead of that.
Tom Michael's down in our Washington, D.C. bureau, and once again, he went against my recommendation. He took he flew down as opposed to taking the Acela train. But be that as it may, Michael, you're down there in D.C. What's the feeling down there about the pressure that the Fed is under, maybe particularly the Fed Chairman Jay Powell, from this president?
I think everybody is aware of it, and the president comes off looking worse to everybody in Washington because it's been a long time since any president really jawboned the Fed, and we've seen negative results from that. So people here don't put a lot of stock in it. They've kind of moved past the idea of Trump firing him. So it's kind of more what's the Fed going to do in reaction to the economy.